Hey, good morning, Texas and Young County. I have been asked, today's July 1st, I've been asked if I am going to make a profit off of the data center that is proposed to come to Young County. Well, I've never spoke to anyone about it. I've never even spoke to the developer about any of the construction. So I don't stand to make a profit. I have no clue if I could make a profit off of the data center. So I'll tell you, we do own commercial roofing and commercial general construction company that works in multiple states. The way it works for projects such as something like the data center, and I'll tell you, we don't do a lot of new construction. We do some, but not a lot. We do about 25% of our business is new construction. But the way it works is a GC is hired by the developers, and a GC first the developer puts it out to bid to GCs, and then several GCs will bid on the project, and then a GC is selected. And then when a GC is selected, then they will go back through their specifications and send them back out to a bunch of companies. And you know, there could probably be, 24 commercial roofers bid on the job, because there are a lot of companies. And so then a GC will select someone. So it has nothing to do, like, the developers do not choose those contractors. It's all through a GC bid process. Now, if I'm watching and I come across it, and if our company has the bandwidth at that time, because sometimes we get too busy and we can't take on another project. So it just depends on the timeline, and also depends on the specification. You've got to be certified by their manufacturer of choice, which most manufacturers were certified by. But anyway, if I'm watching, yes, I will bid on it if we're watching for it. A lot of times we don't even see those bids come out because we're too busy and we're not watching. So I just wanted to come on here and say that is not any of my objective for promoting to get an abatement. That is not any of my objective. It's so far down the road, I can't even see that part of the horizon of any kind of construction. It's so far down the road, because ideally the roof is, even when they break ground, it's just really far down the road. So there's no way to know if we're even going to bid on that project. I have no clue. Never spoke to anyone about it. But I do have a message for everyone, is because it appears that this data center's coming no matter what. They don't want, quote, they don't want an abatement. Now, from what I understand, they don't have to have one for their investors, which is kind of scary. So we want an abatement. I want an abatement to put restrictions in. And so everybody's like, I get people going, well, we want them to pay all their taxes. Sure, we do. All of their tax money, does it set back their property lines? All of their tax money, does it control their lighting? All of their tax money, does it control the decibel? So level of sound? All of their tax money, does it restrict what water they're using? So if they pay 100% of their taxes, can we replace those things with all the tax revenue that we get off of it? And here's another point. I want to tell all of the Texas residents, if you have an opportunity to make money off of an industry that's coming in, do it. Use your entrepreneur mind. Do not just sit there and be mad about something that is happening. Think, well, how can I benefit? How can my family benefit off of this? How can my next generation benefit off of this? Okay, they may be using up some land. They're not going to use up all of our farmland, but let's say they're using up some. How can my family benefit off of it? If one came in next door to me, You bet my home and my land is going to be used to do something for the data center. So use your entrepreneur mind of how can you benefit. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. Don't shame anyone that makes any money off of a data center. They're smart. Because, just like when oil and gas came in, how can you support that industry and benefit? Just like when the railroad was coming through. Some people benefited from the railroad. Some people were mad that it came through. So how can you, as a person or a business owner, make money off of this? Or a landowner that's next to it? Because there are ways. So that's all I had to say for this July 1st Wednesday morning. Super excited about America's 250th birthday. I don't know why, but I just am. I'm just over delighted about 250 years. It's just a big deal, Our hometown in Graham in Texas is doing an amazing parade and amazing July 4th celebration. So please, if you're in North Texas, put that on your calendar because it will impress. Our second home in Cape Coral, Florida, is doing something very cool. I've been watching, and I'm going to try to go sneak down there and get a video. They're putting up the tallest American flag in Florida. So it's 250 feet in Florida. And it's very cool. It was all done by private donations. I've been watching the welders weld this pole together because it's not far from our home. And it's going to be pretty cool. They're going to raise it on July 4th at 2 o'clock. So that's going to be fun. So small town, American pride in our hometown, parade and center to honor veterans. I think we have 2 World War II vets that they're honoring at home. So wherever you're at, please pause and celebrate America's birthday this week. Y'all have a great one. Love you.